So Zootopia 2 has come out, and was anyone asking for it after nearly a decade off? No, but it's here, and this is going to be mostly spoiler free. Now, Nick and Judy are at it again. They are underdogs once again, and they are the odd couple, the weird pairing, polar opposites. And it's nice that they keep it with the two of them being sort of soulmates in a way, but they're not sort of going down the romantic route. It's not necessary. They both complement each other really well. And they've got to solve the case where a snake turns up, and there's questions to be asked now with Zootopia. There's animals profiteering off of other animals, exploiting them. Yes, it has a political edge to it, but I would say from the start that some movies you get, what's the plot? I don't know. What is a plot? I don't really know what one is, so what are you talking about? And they're like, politics, that'll do. Oh, you don't have to worry about this plot malarkey, ha ha. Except this actually fits with the politics thing, so it's not forced into it. It's fine. So as I said, snake turns up, we're off to the races. Now, the dialogue, it's well written, it works to add to Nick and Judy's character. And I'm going to say Nick and Judy, they are the main focus of this. Sometimes you get main characters or main characters single and they're a focus, but sometimes character or characters are so the main focus, and these two are literally the sole focus pretty much of the whole thing. They're great. Like, the animation adds to their banter, adds to the way that they interact with each other. The animation's really good in this, top notch. It just adds a warmth and a depth to the world, and that's what we're looking for. There's been great anime released recently. There have been some really good animations. I thought Elio was quite a good one, to be honest, recently. And we've been quite lucky. There have been some lazy ones too, but this is not one of those. And as I said, the dialogue, it's snappy, it adds a lot, you know, with the two of them, and they're total polar opposite. They fill in for each other. Now, there are new characters added into this, which is fine. Some are all right, some are not great. Well, when I say not great, none of them are bad. So it's okay. It's like, you tried that, never mind. Some of them, yeah, that worked well. Now, on the comedy side, hit and miss, I'd say. A lot of animal puns. I mean, if there weren't that, you wouldn't really want to watch a Zootopia film, would you? Or why would you create one? And it's kind of nice that in this world, that all the animals living together, it's kind of in chaotic non-harmony, because animals just being thrust in that way would be complete chaos. So it fits really well in that way. When it comes to the movie references, of which there are a ton of them, mostly the adults will get them. Now, I remember watching The Simpsons back in the day, and there's loads of stuff I missed. I just, as an adult, I was like, oh, now I get that. I didn't even know there was anything to get with that. But there's loads of stuff with movies when I'd go and watch like Disney movies or things like that when I was a kid, that I just didn't get it. And the adults would have been like, and the kids are like mostly oblivious, being like, too wrapped into it, or just not paying attention to what the adults are doing. But it keeps it good as a family movie, because it means you can bring the adults into it to a degree, which is really what you want. I mean, if you're going to lean anyway, it is a kids movie. So if you have to go one way or the other, you go for the kids, because none of the adults are paying to come just to watch a non-adult version of something that's trying to appeal to adults. That would be weird. But when they can do both, that's where the magic is. But one reason why it's kind of hard to review these kind of movies when they're not bad is because, okay, especially for a sequel, it's very cozy and familiar in the sense of that it's very like the first one, which is fine, right? When they release the inevitable third one, it'll be exactly like these two. So you know whether you're going to enjoy it or not. That is a positive, I would say, because these aren't going to be high art. These aren't going to be Shakespeare or Geoffrey Chaucer. That's not what you're going for. But there was some great character development in this. They're very likable. The plot makes a lot of sense. You can see they've thought it through. The animation is good. And I'd say there were some good twists and turns in this movie too. And it's a fun all-round time. If you can go to the cinema to watch this, I'd recommend it. I think you'll pretty much enjoy it mostly as much at home, but a lot of people, it's a nice day out of the cinemas. But what did you think? Did you enjoy Zootopia 2? Did you perhaps think that it wasn't quite as good as its predecessor? Well, let me know in the comments below. Please like, subscribe, ring the bell, all that good stuff for more content from this channel. Your support is always appreciated. And until next time, I'll see you later.